These children are getting on my last nerve. I should send them back to Ireland with their useless father. Maybe then they will appreciate all that I am doing for them here. Can you imagine? I have to also clean after them before I go for that long dreadful shift.
Call me so we can talk. I know you always tell me how frustrated you are at home with everything. I want to share a story with you. My life story. I believe it will help you.
Oh God, do I have to do this every night? When will I rest? Is it when I die? These children and this man are not making my life easier at all. Robert. Robert. I am speaking to you.
What is it? Can't you see that I am trying to focus on this game? Why is it that you must always nag?
You and the children left the kitchen in a mess. You all that I work over 8 hours and did not consider me at all. Here I find you playing a video game while the kitchen is in a mess. Could you please take care of it while I take a bath? Please and thank you. Roger, I thought I asked you to help me clean up the bedroom. Also, please, we discussed you not smoking in the house. Why must I have to remind you every time? My children's health. My health, Roger. You should know this.
Yo, I am going out with some of the guys.
Whatever.
What did you say?
I said whatever.
Whatever yourself. Why the bad mood anyways? What is the matter with you? It is either you are complaining, not in the mood, or rude, but whatever.
Robert, just go before I say what I am holding back.
Go ahead and say it, big shot.
Just go.
Just as I thought. All bark but no bite.
All right, I will say it. I give you simple tasks to do while I am at work and you cannot even do them. I am exhausted by the time I come home. You make me do extra work when I come home and you wonder why I am always angry, complaining or not in the mood for intimacy. I am exhausted from doing everything. Robert, I do everything. Why are you in my life? Aren't you here to make my life better? Help with my children? You don't want. All you want to do is use my money and spend it on your stupid girls.
Bravo. Wow. Clap for yourself. This is one of the only times I have seen you have some self-respect for yourself. Keep it up and I will walk. Just remember while you are trying to find whatever self-respect is left that you are not a prize. I am the prize. You are leftover. I am the catch here. I just stay with you because I feel sorry for you. I can get any girl I want. I am sure that you have seen the girls I hang out with. You are no match for them. In any case, if you don't want me here, no problem. I can always leave. As for the work you assign, your children can do it. Isn't that why they are here? Until you send them away to their father in Ireland, do not expect me to do anything for you. Those are not my kids, and I refuse to do the work your ex should be doing. Get rid of them if you want the best out of me. Until such time, you will only get 0. I also took your bank card because today is my turn to buy drinks for everyone. Do what you are supposed to do, and let us get the show on the road. Arrivederci.
I have become a shadow of myself. How did I get here? What if? No, Robert is right. He took me when no one wanted me. He is a good guy. He is right. These children are not his. Why should he be responsible for them? Maybe I am asking too much. Maybe the children really are the reason he is not good to me anymore. Yes, I will just send them back to Ireland with their father. After all, he wants to raise them there. I can finally be free of them and find true happiness with Robert. I also need to change the way I address him. I do tend to nag and I can be nasty when I am ready. All he wants from me is not too much considering I am the one who comes with the baggage. He is willing to be with me in spite of it all. I will call him and apologize. I will beg him to stay. What pride do I have to preserve anyways? I will just comply. After all, it is not too much to ask. Robert, I have tried to call you about 10 times now. I am sorry. I admit that I was wrong. I want you in my life. Please, come back home. I promise to do all that you ask of me. Please call me. I will be waiting for you. Come home, please. Robert, it is me. I am still waiting. Please come back home. I need you. The children need you. Let us return to what we used to be before the children came and before I stopped being the lady you fell in love with. You can help me become that lady again. I love you, my sweetheart. I will make breakfast. I will make your favorite.
Robert.
Yes, Cynthia. What is it? I am trying to sleep.
The annoying thing you call a girlfriend has been buzzing your phone a million times. What is her problem? Doesn't she sleep? What a nuisance.
I am so sorry. You see what I mean now. I am so tired of her nagging and desperation. What did I cage myself with? Don't mind her. I will call her when I am ready. For now, can you please turn off my phone? I do not want to see anything from her right now. I can actually relax and have peace with you. Wake me up by 7:30.
Mom, where's Robert?
Do not ask me stupid questions. Eat your breakfast because I am dropping the both of you to Rhoda's house for the day. You can play with her children. Eat up.
But we want to spend time with you. We hardly spend any time with you. Can we go to the mall instead?
You see what you made me do. Can you just shut up and do as I ask? I do not need you questioning me. Eat your stupid breakfast and let us go. And don't you dare say a word or I can send you to your father today. Eat up, both of you, and shut up. Now. You all are always just stressing my life. What a wait. You better stop crying before I put you both outside. Wait until you go to Ireland, then you can cry to your useless father. Eat your food. Now.
Let me begin with a word of prayer. Father, let this young lady learn from my life story and draw her closely to the cross as she hears this, in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Alright, where do I start from? Ah, yes. Well, we have 15 minutes, so I will start as close to the beginning as possible. You still there?
I am here, Ms. Young. I am listening. Go ahead.
Good. I had to make sure. A lot of you ladies, not all, nowadays are too sassy. You do not want to hear about the Word of God or prayer. You would rather go to other sources, bad sources, to find help. Do not get me wrong, there are also a lot of young ladies who listen. They are 40%. 60 want to learn through life experience, and then when it is too late, they call foul. Anyways, good idea about the video call. Where was I? Ah, yes. I was 19. I was studying journalism. Funny enough, I wanted to work with the news. I wanted to be the lady sitting in the chair during prime time news. Oh yes, what a dream. It so happens that I met a boy and we fell in love. We got married. My studies were delayed. We were living a life of paradise though. Unfortunately, he died 2 years later. My world came crushing down. I did not have any reason to live. I never fully knew who I was, but Glenn loved me anyways. I left my hometown to start afresh. I was 23. Everything reminded me of him. He was the only family I had, and now I was alone. Oh, I forgot to mention that my grandma died the same year I met Glenn, so Glenn became my rock. My parents and I are not close at all. Dysfunction was the order of the day. I found out that I was pregnant after I left town. I did not know what to do. I called my cousin and asked her to help me out. She was a good person. She was 27. She was married and they had a happy home. They were waiting for the fruit of the womb, so I decided to ask her if she could keep my baby until I finished university. She agreed, stating that she needed a baby's presence to make her happy while she waited for hers. I started fresh without any hindrance. I went to university and started undergraduate studies, journalism. This is when my life took a turn in a direction I never expected.
Who on earth is calling me? Good evening, beauty. How are you? My name is Ruben. We met at the bank earlier. I apologize, but I had to break company protocol to get your phone number. You are so beautiful. I would like to get to know you. Please either call me or text me in the morning. I long to hear back from you. Have a beautiful night, beautiful. What? Is this desperation or love? Interesting.
I finally accepted his advances after 2 months and we started a relationship. I did think of my husband. I believed that I was being given another chance at love. I thought Ruben was going to be like my Glenn. Glenn was the best. I had no reason to think negative when it came to relationships because I had only experienced all good with Glenn. I was excited for a new life with Ruben, but it was not what I thought. He became distant. He would always want to be alone. He would spend hours on his phone. He never communicated. As time went on, he sold our house without my knowledge. He had an advantage because he worked at a bank. Oh, I forgot to mention that between our relationship and marriage, we bought a house due to my working at a great company while going to school and his job at the bank. He flirted with the ladies in our neighborhood. I was so embarrassed. He spent our money on cars, women, drinking, and partying. Anytime I voiced my opinion, he would lose it on me. I became afraid of him. I feared he would eventually hit me, so I stayed and shut up. He was a master manipulator. He made me feel as though I was the one who did not put enough into the relationship, so he told me that it was the reason he went out. I wasn't fulfilling my duties as a wife. Meanwhile, I gave up a lot for him. I stopped going to university because he made it hard for me to finish. I left my job because the pressure he mounted on me was just too much. No one understands what I went through with this man. I refused to pick up my sister's calls because I did not want to bring my child into my new home. He warned me against it. I was stuck. I completely lost myself. How it happened, I did not know, but I was not the person I was when he met me. My life went a totally different direction from where I planned it to go. He messed up everything. Eventually, he started bringing his many different ladies home and always asked me to get out. He kicked me out without money, the car, or even good shoes to walk around with. He was a very strong man. I did not want him to hit me, so I complied. I remember the night he asked me to go out all night. It was raining and cold. Everything was closed, so I walked to a subway station to try and stay warm. I slept outside because the subway closed. I was so cold. It was finally daybreak and went back home. He allowed me to come in when he saw how I was shivering, but he did not care about my well-being. It felt so good to take a hot shower. I still didn't feel well. I decided to take a sleep near the fireplace. I still didn't feel well. I decided to go to my bed. I slept all day and night. He allowed me to stay in while he slept with one of his lovers in our matrimonial bed. He saw that I was sick. He had no choice. He still never checked on me. All he did was pamper his lover with the love he ought to have had for me, his wife. I was so sick I fainted in the bathroom. I did not know how I got to the hospital. I guess he called the ambulance, but he never stayed or cared. I was alone for days. No visit. No phone call. It hurt my heart, but I had to get strong, so I brushed the pain aside. I could not stand what was happening to me. I called my sister to let her know that I would not be coming to get my daughter. She was now 7 years old. I could not take care of another human being, let alone myself. I looked so tired and worn down. I could not take the relationship anymore. I decided to leave everything and start again. I was homeless for about a month. I took my showers at the gym. Ruben found me and begged me to come back. I was so messed up. I could not rationally think anymore. I believed his lies and went back. This time, it became even worse. I guess because I did not recover, I began to fall apart. I started taking pain medications to remove the pain. After some time, it didn't work anymore. I finally broke down and was admitted by my sister to a psychiatric hospital. I spent 3 months there. When I left, I was sent to a women's shelter. I was so exhausted. For 2 weeks, all I did was sleep. I hardly ate. I guess my body was exhausted from all that I went through. As time went on, I started to come back to myself. I still was not what I was, but I was beginning to be able to function. I got a job. I applied for online school. I did not want any relationship after Ruben. I was happy with my memory of Glenn. It was 9 years of hell. I never remarried. Ruben divorced me and I have not heard from him since. As for my career, I never went back to school. I just kept working. Working kept me off my mind. I eventually met a Christian lady who introduced Christ to me. It was the best decision I ever made. I am now 95 years old. I still say it is the best decision. I live in complete peace. Were there consequences for my choices? Absolutely yes.
What were the consequences? And what about your daughter? What happened?
The consequences were that I did not fulfill what I wanted to. I did not become the journalist I wanted to become. I am still not as whole as I once was. I still wake up in sweats because I relive the terrible experience. As for my daughter, she wants nothing to do with me. My cousin became her mother. I lost the relationship I would have had with the only child I had. The sad thing is now I see the mistake I made. It is too late. I cannot blame her. She says she has forgiven me and I believe her, but she doesn't see me as her mother. My cousin gets all her love, appreciation, and honor. Do not make the mistake I did. I lost everything for a man who was sent by the enemy. Not everyone who claims to love you, loves you. Watch their actions. What is in their heart will come out. Do not make excuses when you see something bad or off in a person. Take it for what it is and do not make the mistake of committing to them by marrying them. Walk away and wait for the right person for you. I see that you are about to make the same mistake I made. Learn from me and make amends now. From all you told me, I see you going my way. I want to tell you that only Jesus can help you. Why choose Jesus? Firstly, it is because you are a sinner on your way to hell if you do not receive his forgiveness and free gift of salvation. Secondly, he is the only one who can help you navigate through life. He is the one who can lead you into a life filled with joy, peace, fulfillment, love, and life in abundance. Would you like me to pray with you?
Yes, please. I do not want to make the mistake you did. I also need forgiveness of my sins. Hey, yes, Robert. I did leave all those messages. Excuse me, sir. Do not ever in your life call me stupid and desperate. Yes, I was stupid and desperate 4 hours ago. My eyes have been opened by a wise person who cared to share with me the mistake I was about to make. For your information, do not come back here ever again. If you do, you will find yourself in jail. I have changed the locks, I have removed your name from the lease, from my bank account, and from my children's school. You can get all you need from your babes. This relationship is over. It never was good. It was sin. I will wait for a man who will marry me before wanting sex. I am doing it God's way. Bye. Lord Jesus, help me. You now have to help me. I am depending on you.